Alright, today we got something very fun. Now, I'm gonna warn you, don't scroll to this comment section, because damn, they're gonna be fighting in there. So, officially here today, the MHA Ultra Rumble Twitter has tweeted, and they've let us know that yes, these are the top ranked characters in the way of wins. Now, I know that people are going to be very mad about this. We have all 18 characters ranked here of how well they participate in battle and really how much they actually win. So today, let me know what you think. There are also some contributing factors to why some characters are placed lower. Yes, these stats are probably real, obviously, but today, let's jump into it. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe helps out a ton, and the comment section is going to be a war zone defending their main, but hey, I understand some of this is kind of awkward, but I'll tell you why. So first up, you want to know who the worst character theoretically on this list is, being the lowest win rate among characters. It is Ochako Uraraka. Now, I am shocked that she's the lowest, okay? So basically, how this is calculating the actual statistic is if I load up with Ochako and 1,000 players load up with Ochako, how many of those players actually won with Ochako? You have to realize she might have A bugged, so some players throw, which is a common occurrence. She has her spin attack, which you would think that's pretty easy to use, right? You're like spinning and just absolutely Beyblading them up, okay? Like, I don't know. I thought that would be way higher. Like, there are some characters in this game that are difficult to use, so I guess we can no longer say Kendo's bad, bro. I'm just kidding, I'm kidding. But Ochako Uraraka is the lowest ranked character. Now, again, I'll explain later in this video why this is the case. Calm down. Now, Cementos is up next with a misspelling in his name, or that's actually how it's spelled. Okay, Cementos is at 17th position, being 15.02%. So the second lowest character when it comes down to this. Again, I understand this one because yes, Cementos is harder to use. Remember, when players play Cementos, most of them might not be winning. I have seen some absolute bad Cementoses, not throwing shit at anybody, but yes, it's just true. Sometimes he's hard to use, and he also does a thing where he hurts his team more than helps them sometimes if he blocks off an enemy before they can kill him. It's a common occurrence, so I understand why Cementos is low, because players just, it's a harder character, that's it. Next up is Compress, which I also understand this one. He's hard to aim for a lot of players, so hence why they kind of rate him pretty low. And also, my comment section really puts Compress as a very bad score. Like, they always say that Compress is one of the worst characters in the game. So I understand why, again, people say it, because he's just harder to use. Again, 16th place is shocking to me, but hey, that's there. Now, let me say that I said the last three are shocking. No, this next one shocks me thoroughly. Toga Himiko is 15th place. How? How is she that low on this list? How? How are you using Toga and failing? Toga is like a cheat code, bro. She can literally mimic any character. How are you losing with her? Unless you're randomly going and, I guess, copying Ochako because she's the lowest win rate. Are you doing that? Like, I'm lost here. But yeah, she is the 15th place character. Again, kind of shocking to me, but that's there. Denki Kaminari is in 14th spot. I would expect him to be a lot lower, but you have to remember also, players who've one time played Kaminari understand the sentiment that he's a bad character, now no longer play as him. So hence, the players that are left playing Kaminari are only the good players. You understand that, right? That's also a statistic to kind of know that, like, if a character, for example, like Bakugo, which we'll find out later in this video, if he is being played by everyone, the chance of you finding a great Bakugo is going to be lowered because of how many players play Bakugo, correct? That is the reason for why this happens. But Denki Kaminari, he is in 14th position. Again, everyone in the comments is gonna be like, where's Kendo? How the fudge is Kendo not in last, places? But Kendo's actually very high on the list. The 13th position is taken up by guess who? Momo Yaoyorozu. Yeah, she is at 16% win rate, which again, I don't know about this one being the case, because I would say, like, if you got Momo, you kind of know how to use her, right? Like, you summoned for her, you picked her up. She's not really a hard character to use. And that RAM is insane, but 13th position is what she gets. Also, we have Vine at 12. So she's the next character. I sort of understand this one because, again, players say that she's pretty hard to use. I get it. She's more of a support character, so maybe she gets lower on that list. Okay. Now, the next one also shocks me because this, if you were to say, is a harder character to use, correct? But because of that reason, I would expect less players to use him. Hence, the ones that are still playing as him are getting more of a win rate. But no, Tanya Ida up here, 11th position. Again, post-buff, Tanya Ida is very good. So that one shocks me still. Now, you're going to be wondering in the comments, where's Kendo? How the hell is Kendo not up there? Here you go. Kendo at the 10th position. That means that she's theoretically with a higher win rate than Ida. How? How is that happening? But I don't know. Okay, let's just go with it. All right? Again, I'll explain why in some of the scenarios, some of the characters will get placed lower. You'll understand that in 2 seconds. Moving forward, we have a character like Dabi. Dabi's over there at 9th position with a 17.21 win rate. Again, a character that can basically aim for you. I expected him to be higher because, again, you know, majority of players who aren't playing like sweating their balls off, you know, I thought they would work with Dabi, but I guess not. Moving forward, 8th position is taken up by, guess who? Shoto Todoroki. Yes, Todoroki is up there. Again, I'll explain why in a second. Tomura Shigaraki is getting 7th position with a 17.57% win rate. Next up, we have Katsuki Bakugo getting a 6th place position. How? Dude, literally, damn. But again, I told why, and I've been like hinting at this whole video, trying to say, remember, when a character like Shoto Todoroki and Katsuki Bakugo are easy to use, and anyone can pick them up, and they're unlocked right away, obviously their win rate is going to get watered down a bit, correct? Because players obviously will try them and be like, damn, I'm a terrible Bakugo, but there's some that are good Bakugos, correct? But so many players that are playing, a lot of them aren't mastering Bakugo, winning every match. A lot of them might be throwing, correct? You're going to find a bad Bakugo if you keep playing. Yes, you can find some great ones, but there are some bad ones among there because there's a lot of Bakugos. There's a lot of Tomura Shigarakis because they're easy to pick up. They're literally on your account day one. So remember, players are playing like them, all right? So just keep that in mind. But this next one, and I don't get this one, Kirishima's 5th. How? How is Kirishima 5th is my question. I don't know, maybe he's just insanely difficult to use and people are too scared because he has no range. So whoever's left playing him is just that good at him. Remember, I've been saying it, Kirishima's a pretty good character. People they just hate on my boy. But he is 5th position here, being in the top 5 bracket for the highest win rate characters. Are you ready for the top 4? These are going to be pretty fun. So, now, Izuku Midoriya is picking up the 4th position with a 19.22% win rate, which is, again, not bad. Again, a pretty versatile character. They also gave us a little bit of a tease at why they're saying it. So for Deku's one, they go on to say he is the number 4th character. Win rate is Midoriya. Deku is a solid all-rounder character capable of fighting foes and rescuing friends with great mobility. Which again, that's what he is. He's a very, very all-rounder character. That's what he is. All right. Are you ready for 3rd position? This one makes sense to me. Asui. Yeah, Asui. Literally one of the best characters in the game. Asui is number 3 on the highest win rate characters. Use camouflage to slip past your enemies and go in for the takedown. There you go. We have number 2 over here, Mount Lady, being 20 freaking percent. Mount Lady? Damn. Okay, but yeah, Mount Lady's a really good character. When she goes giant, it's very hard to reckon with her now. I told you since that video, like that video has aged like fine wine now, because since the buff, or rather the nerf on Bakugo, Todoroki, and Deku, it's harder to beam her out of the sky. It is. It's like, unless the whole lobby's looking at her at that one moment, it's going to be a little bit harder to chip away at her damage, or at her health. You're getting like 30 damage per shot with Bakugo, and then like 20-ish, or 20 plus with Todoroki, which is what happens, and it takes a long time to take her down. So in that, whatever 10-second phase you let her be giant, she's wrecking, literally wrecking everything. So, kind of understand it, but for the last one, number 1 highest win rate in the game is officially All Might. All Might is the number 1 hero in the anime, and now he is here in game with the number 1 highest win rate. Again, the theory that I have is most people who are playing as him constantly have played so much of the game to unlock him, or they've spent so much money that I'm hoping they're good at the game, hence why they spent that much money. But yes, he is officially the first character in the game ranked off of win rate. He says, they say, the symbol of peace ranked first. Smash your opponents with the power of one for all. A very, very fun list here. Again, some very controversial things. I know people are going to be like, well, what? How is this character in a certain position? Again, how it's going to work is, depending on how easy the character is to use, that's going to affect it. How much the character is used and how many people are throwing as said characters. Again, you play a lot. If you do, you see how many bad Bakugos there really are. Not, again, throwing shit at anybody, but there are some bad Bakugos out there, right? Some people just don't know how to play as a character. They heard online, they saw a tier list, they're like, oh, Bakugo's good, let me use him, and then he ranks low. Yeah, that's gonna ruin the win rate, right? Again, characters like All Might, most players playing him, they're renting him. That's it, very little. If you're consistently, constantly, and efficiently playing as All Might, you probably played a lot of the game because you had to reach level 30, or you spent a lot of money in the game, so you're taking the game seriously, correct? Hence, why that win rate will be so high. Now, Mount Lady, you got me there. You got me there. I don't know. Maybe she really is a good character, but Asui, we can understand why. Deku, we can understand why. Again, Kirishima, I'm telling you, he's a very good character. It's just people don't want to use him. I'm guessing that's also the reason, but some of the positions, they got me stumped. I can't really give you an explanation why, but yeah, some of them definitely got me stumped. But for this being the video, hope you enjoyed it. Got the entire list off here. And yeah, that's what they're saying is the highest win rate characters in the game. Let me know, do you disagree? Do you agree? How do you feel about it? I gotta say one thing. How the hell did Toga Himiko land that low? Are people just trying to play as a fun character that they don't own, so they're just sucking their blood and purposely throwing? Like, is that genuinely the case? They're like, I want to play as Aizawa. I don't have any rental tickets left. Let me suck the blood of Aizawa, and boom, I'm good to go. Was that the case? I don't know.